All right. Hopefully everyone's having a good one. Zoe boy, I appreciate you subscribing. Yeah, so every once in a while I do get like notifications saying like, oh, this person subscribed or that person did. I appreciate you. Hopefully everyone's having a good one. Appreciate you if you guys use a supporter creator code and 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. You also use that to find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Those are the 3 streaming platforms I do stream on. I do stream on those on a regular basis. So like those, if I'm streaming on Twitch, you can see me on YouTube, all that good stuff. But yeah, you can use my supporter creator code in the Fortnite item shop and Epic Games Store. Doesn't cost you anything, but I do appreciate it if you guys use it. Hit that notification bell to be notified every time I go live. Give me a like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section below my videos. Yeah, I'm playing Fortnite today just because like the season is ending. I know tomorrow they're going into the updates, so it'll be chapter 7, season 2. What's going on, Bono? Loco, how you doing? Outside of that, I am still sick, but you can always follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, Lemonade, ChatGPT, aka Little Red Book, and Rumble. Let me just get some water. I know I'm like in the half end of being sick, so my throat's gonna be a little messed up. But I did update some of the stuff more for my stream. I hope you get better. I appreciate you. So they did bring back the Xenomorph. Yo, Quantum, what's going on? How you doing? Not only that, but I did finally edit some of the actual, and you guys can't see it, but I fixed some of the settings for my display, so it does look a little crispier. The blacks are a little more inky, I guess you could say. Less grayness to it. What's going on, Lash? Quantum, yeah, it's been some time. Been a little bit of time since I've seen you. And today is St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to all y'all out there. I did update the actual gameplay, so you'll be able to hear more of the gameplay a little bit better. And it'll take some time for me to fully, fix everything. I do, although, want to get a different webcam, or at least some type of better camera. This one that I have is fine. It's just not as good as I would like it to be, I guess you could say. So it is a little laggy. Yeah, so the battle pass, I'm pretty much done with that. This, I know it's got 4 weeks, so it's about a month. So I'll start working on this at some point. I've been doing pretty good. Just been playing a lot of other games. What do I want to use today? I mean, I guess some of the battle pass skins would be nice, right? So how you guys feeling about the V-Bucks being changed, I guess you could say? It's going to be $2 pricier than what it usually is. I think it's crazy. And their reason is because they have to pay bills. Like, you guys are a multi-billion-dollar company. Pretty wild. How's everyone been in the chat, though? You guys feeling good? I know I did. Let me see. I'll do some doc. Why not? I also did get this, and the only way you were able to get this was if you got Unreal in what was it? That little mode that they had for like it was for like a month pretty much, which is just kind of crazy. Let's see. Plutonium. Let me go back. Hey, he's got the plutonium in there. Although it would be good to have like a, something like that, like something that's green, because that would be more of, well, I mean, yellow works too, I suppose. I mean, the battle pass was, I guess, leaked or whatever, and I don't know how I feel about it. They're bringing the foundation back into the battle pass. I mean, we already have them, so I mean, I don't know how they're going to change them, I guess. I mean, they have done it with Jonesy, so I guess the foundation is kind of like replacing Jonesy. I guess that's that's what that would be about. You know what? I think I do have this, where it's like a, yeah, this right here. Biohazard. I don't know if there's really anything else. This, I guess, right? I don't know if I even want to use him. Yeah, why not? Why not? Might as well. I don't know what she has for the pickaxe, though. I forgot. I'm guessing it's this. Yeah. As far as a glider goes, let me see. I guess this works. Right? Yo, Jelly, what's up? Yep, another Jeff stream. I mean, that one's okay, but there's definitely better ones. Maybe this one? Nah, would it be that one? Yeah, I think that one would actually probably work better with her. Just a little bit. Yeah. That works. And so what I did change, I changed it to 240 FPS. So even though I do have a 14th gen i9 in my PC, I did notice that even when I'm doing 360 FPS, it's not stable for some reason, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have noticed that, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's super weird. What it do? Max lobbies tonight. Out hunting for clips. Yeah. Oh, wow. My throat is, wow. That's crazy. Hey, hello. Wow. My throat just did a fucking 180 on that one. I can't even count that high. Yeah. Yeah, so I made sure that, like, I didn't realize that the back bling does that. What the hell? That's crazy, dude. I don't know if it's. I don't think it's. Is it supposed to do that? That's kind of weird. Kind of weird, not gonna lie. All right. 0. And of course you want that off. Yeah, so I'm pretty close to finishing the pass. I just need these 3. So I need 5 levels. I'm going to try to get it by the end of tonight. Maybe not by the end of the stream, but the end of tonight for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of curious like what's going to happen with the event. I mean, obviously that's what the countdown is for the event. I might pick up some V-Bucks, and then that'll be like the last time I do that. Was it on builds or 0 builds? Yeah, see, I don't know why. Like, look at that. My ping is crazy right now. Where am I at? Where am I at? Yeah, see. I don't know why that they like... They'll say that you're in, like, a certain ping, but it's... Yeah, you know what it is? I'm getting a whole bunch of frame drops. That's wild. Whatever. I think it's just the internet. You're an event. Yeah. That's hilarious. You're an event. This guy. Yeah, the best way to get down quicker than everyone else is just to do that. Oh, okay. Nice. What? Come on. Stop that. Alright. Yes, that's what I don't understand. Is like I have it set to this. I don't understand why it does that. I have to like set it to far, and it still doesn't even show it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so weird. I'll get close to it and look at that. It doesn't even matter what I put it as. Maybe it's effects. So view distance, near, shadows, reflection. Medium, post-processing. That's what it was. Okay. Wow. So this is how everyone gets it to look like that. The more you know, right? My frames are probably going to be really good now. I am thinking about getting Crimson Desert and just playing it. Although I did want it to get it. Yeah, so this is a lot better. Like by far, this is crazy. Yeah, look at this. This is wild. I wasn't expecting that I would figure that out after 6 months. Yeah, I might be able to do 360 FPS without issues now. Maybe. And then I think it's show FPS. What is going on with that? Why is that at 60? Okay, see that's what I'm saying, dude. There's so many issues with stuff, man. There you go. What is going on? Why is it? Dude, that's wild, bro. Yo, what is going on with that? Okay. That's not cool. Why is it only... What's up, dude? What's up? Like, come on, bro. Really? Why is it only 60? Dead boring game, sir. Oh, no, I feel you. I'm trying to just figure this out. Why is it... Dude. That's wild. What is going on with that? Bro, there's no way that this is 60. This is not 60 FPS, dude. Really? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Why is it showing it like that? No idea. Ah! Yeah. I gotta figure out what is going on with this. Why is it at 60 FPS? 60. Like... What? Okay, that is so weird. Okay, maybe it's the monitor itself? I think that's what it is, dude. I think that's what it was. This is so weird. Oh, of course I end up having some type of gaming issues. No, I gotta put it on. I'm gonna go into a match and then try to see what's going on with this stuff, man. Response time is extreme. No. Alright, standard. What is going on here? Okay, that is so weird. Wow. I kid you not. Earlier today, it was working perfectly fine, and now it's only 60. I had a 240 before. Like, dude, I don't understand what is going on with that. So weird. Is it some of the stuff that I changed? Yeah, it's because of the tariffs. Yeah, no, you got me. You got me. That's why. This guy. Alright. Let me put everything back to the way that I had it. Nah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, but I do want. That's so weird, man. Yeah, that is so crazy. That's cringe. Why would it do that, man? Still can't see that. That was like the weirdest thing ever, man. Post-processing. I still want to be able to see that. I mean, the issues that end up coming with stuff is just crazy, dude. View distance, medium. Dude, it's just so weird, bro. No, it's not it. I don't know why. This is crazy. Okay, so it's not even on here. Nah, you don't want the shadows on there. Okay, what is that? Desktop resolution. This is so cringe, man. There we go. See? Now the FPS is 240. Like, what? What's going on with that? Yeah, and now it's a stable 240. Jeez. Looks so much cleaner, too. Look at that. That's so much better. So much better. It's wild sometimes just how like things work out. Yeah. All right. Now I can go. Let me see how it's going with this. Yeah, it's unstable. I think Fortnite does it on purpose. I think Epic is doing that on purpose, making the frames unstable. They're doing it on purpose, honestly. Kind of crazy. Trying to fix everything while I'm streaming. That's just wild. It happens though. Yeah, but yeah, I found out which monitor I want to get, and yeah, it's a pretty crazy monitor. It's a 4K monitor. It's got 240 FPS in 240 hertz available for 4K, and then 480 hertz available for 1080p. So I'm looking forward to doing that and using that one. Show FPS. Independent frames. What's going on? You tell us now? That's where you want to go? Okay, you guys are not even coming over here? Wow. That's just crazy, dude. They tell us, oh yeah, go over here, and then it's just like a full squad of people going after me. That was wild. Nah, turn this on first. God, they're still over there. This guy is all the way over here. What is he doing over here? Yeah. I definitely prefer what I did with the resolution on this. Yeah. Yeah, every game that I'm going to play, I'm going to start optimizing. I mean, unless, of course, it's on, you know, PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. But every other game, I'm going to start optimizing like crazy. That legit, like, that was like SEAL Team 6. I was like, what in the hell? Shotgun. Alright, cool. How do you find out what works? I just like the game to do auto and deal with it. I'm sure I could improve. I mean, I kind of just test things out to see what's, you know, logically going to be the best option. I do have to pay attention to, like, you know, that's why, like, while I'm streaming, I have to pay attention to stuff and just, like, see what's, you know, the best setting. So it's a little more like I have to figure it out, because, you know, otherwise, you know, I'm just stuck pretty much. Yeah, today I kind of just figured, I was like, you know what, I didn't really optimize my full setup, and then today I was like, I'm just gonna optimize everything. So like I worked on my camera, or the webcam, I guess you could say, and I just worked on everything just to see, you know, what I can get to work the best. So what's this over here? I mean, being a content creator, you have to kind of like make sure that everything's optimized. You know, making sure that the drivers are good, all that stuff. You know, so I have a reason that I have to do that. You, I mean, if you're just trying to game, I do play competitively, so. You know, so for me, it makes a little more sense to do. But honestly, like, it's crazy because I know that I didn't realize there's so many games that are CPU. Like, it uses the CPU more than the GPU, which is just, like, actually crazy. See, like, I'm this far of a distance away from it, right? I should be able to see it, but I can't. I still can't see it, even on medium. So it's not that. So textures, view distance. No, that's not gonna be it. That was the guy that was by himself, for sure. Yeah, textures you want probably medium, or high at least. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I'm gonna have to figure it out at some other point because this is just crazy. Getting a little out of hand. Yeah, see, I didn't even realize what was over here. And I do prefer a higher texture, for sure. Medium. That's just too much. Did I put it on high? Nah, I definitely put it there. Yeah, I can't see anything with that. And one of them left, so I have a need for speed. Of course I messed up on that one. Okay, we're inside the zone. It's not even a circle anymore. It's just a zone. Whoa! Okay, so are those the guys from last time? I don't know. Knocked one. Okay, that's the cheater right there. Wow, bro. Yep. Yep. Cheater. Wow, dude. That's crazy. They got one cheater on their squad, dude. That's crazy, bro. That's ridiculous, dude. I can see why the other guy left. I can see why the other guy left, dude. I can see why. That's wild. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. That's just ridiculous, dude. Alright, let's go here. Post-processing. What is going on with that? Take that one away. I mean, I would be surprised if we even get a dub on this. Yeah, game hasn't changed at all. Hasn't changed at all. I'm sure there's nothing over here I could use. I'm sure that would just, I would just die getting taken out of the sky with that. Do I even have enough? I don't even have enough. I would have to go get. I would for sure have to go get their cards. Yo. Wow. Game hasn't changed at all. Okay. I mean, these are both really good guns. Or not. Grab it. Dude, okay. You guys aren't using them, so... Thank you for that. Okay. Oh, because the cheater came over and killed me. That kind of sucks, man. It sucks, dude. Were they the last team? I don't know if they were the last team. Yeah, they are the last team. That sucks, man. Nah, you're dead, dude. That's kind of crazy, dude. Oh, man. Yeah. And there we go. Nothing but cheaters, man. Absolutely wild. Alright, so I got most of it fixed. I just kind of, I want to look up and see how... Okay, so performance mode. Where is performance mode? Okay, so you use this. Okay, I'm just gonna restart the game. So I guess that's how you make it work, by using performance mode, I suppose. Yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah, on low, in order to get the items to work, you have to use low setting. You can use low settings, but it has to be on performance mode. So. Alright. Alright. Okay, man, it's on performance mode, but now it looks like, I don't know. It's got some texture issues. Alright. Now it just looks a little too, I don't even know how to put it. I don't know if performance mode is good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay. And then oh, okay. Yeah. So you would want to use that. Yeah, sadly the game hasn't really changed, but you know, I'll be playing quite a bit on the 19th. I know today, yeah. There's a lot of different stuff I'm trying to do. I'm trying to play a lot of different games now. So, Fortnite was good while it lasted. I say, I don't know. Alright, let's have a look at the settings now. Unreliable. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, let me going to a match by myself. Whoa. That's not better. Wow, that is horrible, dude. That is so bad. Oh my god. I've actually got quite a bit. I've got probably about around 600, I think. Come on, open up. All right. Well, now it's just not opening. Oh boy. Cool. Nah, I appreciate you. Launch failed. Says that it's running. Huh. I don't see it running. I appreciate you subscribing. I'm trying to get it fixed now. I don't know why it's not opening. There we go. How you doing today, though? Unreliable Y2K. Fortnite's just been giving me issues today. I've been trying to optimize it as best as I can, but it's just been still giving me issues. It's wild. Alright, that looks a lot better than what I had. I'm just gonna leave it. Like, I'm gonna have to figure that out at some other time. Nice, nice. Glad to hear it. Alright, let's try to get an actual match. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I remember you were talking about that. That's great to hear. How is she doing? Alright, now I'm getting... my ping is decent. I still gotta figure out why it's doing that. Okay, now it looks... a lot of stuff looks choppy as hell, bro. Okay, what do we got going on here? Nana, it might be some of that stuff I need to change. Yeah, I know the Fortnite servers are like really bad, bro. $6.50. Came to pick her up. Wow. So your mom's a diabetic? Am I getting that right? I mean, I would assume that's why you're saying her blood sugar. Either diabetic or she has cancer. I'm trying to remember what she was in the hospital for. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, my dad's diabetic, so I know how that goes. And what's actually kind of crazy is like, where's this thing at? Can't be here, is it? Yeah, my dad, he didn't even know he was diabetic, but he just like ended up having to go to the hospital randomly. And like he found out by, you know, because he passed out and he had to go to the hospital. That one. I could have grabbed these right here. I didn't even know. What was that? Why did it waved the hand instead of doing anything? So weird. Aw, he's over there by himself, bro. Yeah, at least he got them to go away, right? Get up out of here with that, dude. There we go. When do I stream? Nah, I mean, I usually stream, or I try to stream at like 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, I mean, it's not always guaranteed just because, like, depending on, like, jobs and stuff like that. I don't know how I missed any of those. That's crazy. tomorrow. Okay, I feel you. Tomorrow, I'm trying to think. There might be a event tomorrow. Yep. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what'll be going on tomorrow. I know there's an event at some point. I'm just trying to remember exactly like what's going on with it. Let's switch this out. Where's that? Here. Okay. So I may or may not be doing the event, so I'm not exactly sure yet. No, I'll definitely be streaming then, for sure. It's the same team that we keep on going against, man. It's crazy. Alright, let's switch that, grab that. I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, I should be able to get some games in with you tomorrow. For sure. I appreciate you. Appreciate you subscribing and everything too. You have a good one. That. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? So that's... I know I need this over here. Come on. What is this? I mean, it'd be better than that, I guess, right? There we go. Ah, okay. That's what's going on. Nah, I figured that was gonna happen. Oh, he's trying to stay alive. Maybe if he can come to me. Uh. Nah, I'm trying to get more bullets. I don't have enough. I ain't got enough bullets. Why is he crouched? What? Oh, that's how it looks. Got him. Got him. where do you think you're going, dude? Nice. Yeah, one of our teammates is dead. Why didn't they shoot him? Like, he went up over there. Yeah, we got the main circle, so we're all good on that. Whoa, 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 whoa. I couldn't move at all. That's crazy. And of course, they've got the high ground, of course. Yeah, I knew I was going to die on that one. My teammates suck, honestly, which is kind of crazy. That's the reason why we died, because they had no movement whatsoever. They kept on dying, needed to get it rebooted. I mean, I just saw that one coming, honestly. I knew that was going to happen, dude. That's just crazy. Alright. Alright, almost done with it. Alright. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. Always a pleasure. Hope you guys had a good one. So I'm trying to, I think it's about like 24 hours. Yeah, so I think there's going to be an event. probably around like a specific time. I'm gonna find out exactly when it's gonna happen, but once I figure that out, I'll then go and I will stream it, and then obviously I can go ahead and play the next season. I think the next season will end up coming out. It's gonna be on the 19th, probably at like the usual time that they usually do it. So I'm guessing maybe around like 6 a.m. or like 8 a.m. or something like that. So that's probably what I'm going to do is play the event, and then after that, just end up just waiting for, like go to sleep and do all that stuff. So I do appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate if you guys use supported creator code in the Fortnite item shop and Epic Games Store. It's going to be Jeffree with 2 E's, Barrett with 2 R's and 2 T's. Outside of that, you guys can follow me over on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Those are the 3 streaming platforms I do stream on. Remember to hit that notification bell to be notified every time I go live. Give me like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. I always appreciate you guys. Always appreciated. Appreciate Zoe Boy and Join Rothschild. Appreciate you guys subscribing and following me on there. Outside of that, Unreliable. Appreciate that your mom's finally back from the hospital. Hopefully a better recovery this time around. And outside of that, appreciate if you guys follow, like, and subscribe to me on all platforms. It's going to be Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, Lemonade, and Xi Jinping, aka Little Red Book, and Rumble. I do post highlight reels every day on there. So right now, what I was doing today is for the past 2 days, I've downloaded. How many games have I downloaded? I've downloaded quite a bit, actually. Let's see. 6, 7, 8. I've downloaded 10 games in the last 2 days. Some of the games were like almost 200 gigs. Like Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 1, all that stuff. And then Mortal Kombat X was like 30-ish gigs. So, but yeah, I'm going to be downloading a lot more. I have, I think, maybe 9 more games to download that I've purchased. And then some of the games I'm going to be playing even with just this monitor. But as soon as I get the other monitor, which should be released in about 13 or so days. So I'm going to try to pick that up, and then I'll be able to do, like 4K gameplay, stuff like that. So that's what I'm definitely looking forward to. I know that I have C2E2, which is a Comic-Con in Chicago. I have that on the 27th. So which is 10 days from now, 27th through the 30th. So I got that going on. And then the next day, obviously, I'll try to pick up the monitor. I know it's released on the 31st. It should be released on the 31st, but it's no guarantee. So I'm trying to look forward to that. This, I could actually do is pull up. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be this one right here. Let me pull it up for you guys. No, it's not that one, not that one, not that one. Alright, let me... It's not this one. I mean, it'll look like this. Let me take that off. Yeah, so this is pretty much how it's going to look. Is this right here. With the black stand, the bezels. It's an OLED. But it's going to be a 27-inch OLED, 4K, 240 FPS, or 240 hertz, which is, basically equivalent to 240 FPS in 4K. And then if you're trying to do anything above that, the hertz, they have 480 hertz, which be around 480 FPS. That's I'm going to that's like 1080p. I know that they do have differences in between that. So if I wanted to do 2K, and what's with this one is the one that I'm trying to get. It's a tandem OLED, so basically it has two OLEDs on top of each other like this, like a good enough a distance, but you can see both of them. So like it's basically a better color gamut and the dots and all that stuff. And so like I didn't have an OLED before because of the fact of so much burn-in and stuff like that. So I didn't want to get one. But now that they have where it moves the pixels across the screen as opposed to just having it just on, they created different software so you can clean it after you use it. Like it cleans the pixels. It also has where it moves the pixels across the screen. So a lot of content creators and stuff like that are starting to pick up OLEDs. And I've been trying to think on, getting like, oh, what do I want to purchase for, a 4K monitor? I was thinking that the LG one would have worked. And it's pretty decent, but it's an IPS, which I have an IPS right now. It's not bad. It's just that I want a better visual, so like I've played on a 4K monitor, which I have right over here. But it's only 60 hertz. So you're only going to get 60 FPS on there. It's not that great of an experience. It's decent. Don't get me wrong. I played God of War on there. It's just I know that if I get like this, what I did with the screen right now, I made sure that the blacks are more inky. It's definitely better, but I know that with this screen, it's an IPS still, so it's not going to be as good as it would have been if I would have just purchased, like a different one. So I can try to find it because this one is the 32 inch for this model right here. The ROG Swift OLED PG27 UCDM. They have a 32 inch for that. This one's a 27, 240 true black uniform brightness, but it's only actually this might be it. No, this is not it. This is the one that they have out now, but there's another one that they have, which, yeah, that's not what I tried putting in. WM, this one right here. This would be it. No, that's not it. Search up this one. Yeah, so this one is an article on it. Here we go. This is on the actual website itself. So this is the one right here. This is the other one that I was just showing you. They do have two different ones. One of them is a 32 inch with all the same specs, but you don't really want a 32 inch when you're doing competitive gaming. Plus my desk isn't that big. I'm not gonna, like a 32 inch, it's like literally I've got the mic over here cutting into where the monitor is, and so I don't have enough, I barely have enough space as it is. I know that I'm going to take the 4K 60 hertz, I'm going to put that, I'm going to disconnect it, and then I'm going to put the camera on top of a tripod, and then I'll resize it and do all that stuff. And then I'll take this monitor and I'll put it over to the side. So there will be more room because this one's a 27 inch, this one's a 25 inch. So it'll give me more room to work with, overall, the whole space. But yeah, so this one right here is the CDN. It's better strip pixelation, it's going to be awesome. This will be the best monitor that I've ever played on. See, like right here, the monitor's dual mode functionality. So it's dual mode, so you can switch in between the 4K and FHD, which is 1080p. FHD, QHD is 1440, FHD is 1080. So I have a feeling I'll be able to do 360 FPS with 1440. Because if you're able to get to 4K, they do have the in-betweens. You just go into the settings on your PC and you can do that. So, but this will have an actual button that I could just press and then switch in between them. So it'll have a 0.03 ms, so minimum response time. So that's gonna be clearer images, all that kind of stuff. The monitor that I have is good. Don't get me wrong. It's just I know that it's not. It's basically a 6-year-old tech is what I'm using. So the ones that they're coming out with now are just like so much better, so much cleaner. Pixel density, all that stuff is just so much better. I'm not gonna watch the video, but yeah. So with this right here, let me show you. This right here, they show the differences. So like the regular OLEDs, if you shine a light, or if you have like a light like the way that I have it, if you shine it on directly onto the screen itself, it gives more of like a grayish hue to it. But then the new one that they have, it's darker. It's kind of like it's hard. The reflection is different, so they're using different types of stuff. So, but yeah, this is basically what I was talking about yesterday about which monitor I wanted to go with, and this is the one right here. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. It should be coming out at least around this month. Yeah, it should be pretty interesting. So I mean, I'll still play some games using this monitor, and I'll probably end up looking like this while I'm playing, and then playing different games when it's like more of a competitive sense. I'll be still facing this way. So I do appreciate everyone that did stop by. It's always appreciated. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Appreciate it for you guys. Again, follow me over on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I do stream on there on a regular basis. Gonna try to do it every day now. Get back into it. Obviously, depending on job-wise, what's going on with that. But I do have Comic-Con coming up. I know that we would usually work until about like 8 p.m. So, or actually, depending on what position I'm in, it might be until 6. So I think like 6:30 is kind of like the end of it. So, and it's just for the weekend. It's just for 3 days. So if I end up streaming much later than usual, then that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get this. I did think about getting an LG because I know LG creates the panels for all the other companies. Samsung is also another one that creates all the panels. But I've heard too many issues with LG, so I'm really trying to stay back away from that. So like it either would have been the Asus monitor, or if I go with like a Samsung monitor. Samsungs are pretty decent. I know that a lot of other content creators, they do use those as well. But yeah, I'm waiting for this one to come out. This one's going to be like I'm saying it now. This, like, a lot of people are going to gravitate towards this one because it's good enough screen size. 27 inches. It's not 32, which is too big. I mean, it looks great, if you're playing 4K, but if you end up having a 32-inch at 1080p, competitive sense, it does not hold up well. Like, all the lettering would be washed out, because this is 1080, and it still kind of does look a little washed out, but I just know once I get that other monitor, it's just going to be so much cleaner, so. But, yeah, if you guys have any other questions about any type of software updates, if you guys are trying to start your own streaming or anything like that, you want to be a content creator, you can always ask me questions. I'm more than happy to, break down what you should get, what you should avoid, how to set up stuff, all that kind of stuff. So I do appreciate you guys. Outside of that, I did make sure that I updated my audio, my visual, the camera, all that stuff. It's finally, after 6 months, I finally decided to actually start improving the stream even more than what I already have it at. So um, the next step would be to get that monitor and a DSLR camera. But I'm gonna wait on that. A lot of people, like, ironically enough, and I didn't know this, but I got this 4K web camera, the Logitech 4K Brio, and it's pretty old technically, but a lot of other content creators use it. I know, like, people like Tfue uses it, Jinxie uses it. I think even Queso was using it at one point, and then he switched over to a DSLR. But if you guys are trying to go for a budget webcam, the Logitech Brio is definitely one of the better options to go for. So I definitely would recommend it. If you're trying to, because if you end up spending like $2,000 on a PC, and then you buy a whole bunch of Steam games and all this other stuff, it gets pretty expensive, especially if you're trying to get a bigger hard drive, SSD, M.2, all that stuff. So if you can find a way to save on certain budgets on certain items, that's definitely one thing I would recommend, because it's still relatively clear in quality. You can get 4K at 30 hertz, but mostly you're going to be doing 1080p anyways. I know having a 4K does mean that the pixel density, even though when it goes to 1080 on the stream, it does look crispier. But I mean, you're just starting out, so, like, get something that's going to be holding up well, but also be cheap in the same sense of that. So, but yeah, I'm looking into getting a different type of camera. But, right now, I think getting the monitor, and then that'll be it for my purchases on the stream. But I was talking about getting Crimson Desert. I'll probably get that. I won't stream it right away. I'll probably wait until I get the new monitor, and then I'll stream it. So there's a lot of different games that I want to play in 4K at least 60 hertz. I could probably do like 120 most likely, because I have a 5080. I know it's another CPU driven game, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream and some of that informative stuff, and I will see you guys next time.